Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on the Batman movie. For this video, we got some more brand new leaks to talk about in regards to this movie. We also have some details that we have missed while watching the trailer. In regards to the leaks, we'll be talking about a potential second Batsuit, the Riddle being solved, and some Court of Owls teasers which could potentially lead to the second movie. So could the Court of Owls be the villains for the second movie in the trilogy? Well, this is what you guys will find out in this video. So I'll be breaking all of that down. Now, you guys may remember a couple of months ago, way back in like February, we actually got this Reddit post of someone talking about a second potential Batsuit. And although I have made the video on that already, covering it way back, the things that were revealed during that Reddit post have just become more and more believable, especially with what this guy said in regards to what happened on set. And it does actually correspond with what we saw in the trailer. So I'll be recovering that Reddit post and also some Easter eggs, as I said before, in regards to the Court of Owls and the riddle being solved and much more. So be sure to stick till the very end of the video to get as much information as possible. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more The Batman content coming your way. So firstly, I'll go over what I have already covered, and that is to do with the second Batsuit. So if you guys watched my video on that way back, you guys would know that I already talked about this Reddit post and it revealing a second Batsuit. Now, as I said before, the reason I'm going over this again is because the things that were leaked literally 100% links to what we saw during the trailer. So this was no joke. Like before, I'm like, okay, take this with a grain of salt, this may not happen. And although still there's that likeliness that this may not happen, it's become more likely now because with what this guy said, we saw in the trailer, so it's more believable now. So basically, this guy was talking about that cathedral scene we saw during the trailer. And that was when one of Riddler's victims crashed into the cathedral and was tied onto a bomb. And that when we saw Batman suited up for the very first time. Now this guy then goes on to say that the suit gets destroyed via an explosion, which also we saw during the trailer. So we saw Bruce get suited up in the cathedral scene and he's trying to defuse the bomb. And you can see it as well over there, Riddler is on the phone. So basically, Riddler has full control of this scene, and he probably goes like, if you try and defuse the bomb or something, I'm gonna blow this place down. And obviously Batman, he's going to try and defuse the bomb either way, and that is what results to that explosion. And apparently, according to this Reddit post, when this explosion occurs, there will be a second Batsuit, as this Batsuit will get destroyed. But this is what this guy had to say in regards to this new second suit. So he says that they saw someone on set designing a totally different suit than the one we saw, and they had that, Spider-Man Far From Home comparison in regards to how tactical and the material it's made out of. And he also goes on to say that it's more gray than black, and it has this full black gloves extending to his forearm and boots. The emblem is no longer metal, and rather it's more of a classic Batman suit over the ones we saw. So it's not really much of a surprise that we would have been getting a new Batman suit, because this is the very first Batman suit Bruce Wayne has made. This is him in his second year. So that's something that could support this. Now, another thing that could support the fact that we're getting a new suit is actually the official logo of the Batman movie. Now, as you guys can see, the bat emblem on this Batman suit over here is shaped like a bat, but it doesn't have those ears. That emblem on Bruce's crest right now is basically Joe Chill's gun, just broken together and shaped like a bat symbol. Whereas the Batman logo itself has the ears, whereas this suit doesn't have the ears. So maybe when he gets the new suit, that's what makes him build those ears and that official bat logo on his torso area. So that could be something that supports this claim. Now, personally, I really dig this Batsuit we saw in the trailer, so I don't really mind if we get a new suit or not. This suit was meant to be a prototype suit anyways. It's the very first suit Bruce made, and in that aspect, it does what it needs to do. But this guy also does touch upon the cowl as well, and how it's no longer that leather type and it is more of a higher quality. So there's no collar, and also the mouth opening is a lot smaller, and the suit might even have white eyes. And it has a bronze-like utility belt, something we saw in like the Dark Knight movies. So it's pretty interesting about what this guy talks about. And as I said, the things he said before in regards to the scene he's talking about was very, very accurate. So I would have said take this with a grain of salt because it isn't 100% confirmed. But with the things that he got right so far, it's kind of safe to say that he is the reliable type. However, if this suit was destroyed in this scene, we know that a sequence taking place right after is Batman in GCPD lockup, because we see him on a stretcher over there. So he's clearly been knocked out from the explosion for a bit, and when he comes to his senses, he will find himself in GCPD, and that is what results to him escaping GCPD while all the officers are trying to pull him back and things like that. And also in regards to the scene, what a couple of people pointed out in this trailer as well that I have missed is that during the GCPD scene, apparently Bruce is handcuffed. Now the thing that supports this is that his hands are behind his back and his arms aren't even moving after that, which is something very interesting that I have missed, and is indeed why we see Bruce escaping GCPD and why a bunch of cops are shooting him while Bruce is grappling up. So that is a very, very cool Easter egg that I have missed. So yeah, basically, if the suit was destroyed, how come the suit is still over there? That's what I'm interested to see. Now, obviously, this is only 20% of the movie filmed. There's a lot more to be filmed. There's literally 80% of the movie that's still to be filmed. So we could see the new Batsuit come into play over there rather than these couple of scenes over here, because these scenes are like at the start of the movie. So I don't know how likely it is that we will be getting a second Batsuit straight away. Now, there are also a couple of people comparing to how Riddler is somewhat a person mixed with Hush, which I don't see happening. It's very, very unlikely, and obviously Tommy Elliott and Edward Nygma are two different people, so I don't see how people are comparing those two characters together. Obviously, by the way the Riddler's dressed in this, I do understand why where they're coming from. But the thing is, Riddler isn't really a killer as well, and the fact that they made him this creepy killer was very interesting. So that is how I think people came up with the idea that this could be Hush as well. But I like this early take on Riddler, and I'm very interested to see how he develops to the person we know him to be today. Now, there is also a Court of Owls Easter egg as well, and first one being from the very start of the trailer, and that is with the card the Riddler gave out, and it has an owl on it. So yeah, that could be some coincidence because this is a Halloween card. But the thing is, I think there is a Court of Owls teaser coming. However, I think that will be left as a cliffhanger to explore for the second film. I just don't see them having like that many villains for this one movie. So maybe Bruce will find out that there's more to this corruption in Gotham, and that's where he looks at these different owl stuff and things like that, and that's how he uncovers the Court of Owls, and that will lead to the Court of Owls being the second villains of the movie. Of the trilogy, sorry. And that would be so cool because the Court of Owls are just so sick, and they're indeed the main heads that govern Gotham for many, many years and are the heads of this corruption. They're the people that started this corruption in Gotham. And oh my god, they're just such good villains. So I do hope we do see them later on. As I said, do not be surprised if we do see like these slight teasers of the Court of Owls, such as that letter that the Riddler gave for Batman. And also somebody pointed this out as well in that GCPD scene. There's a Court of Owls guy over there. However, I don't think that's the case, because I just don't see that there is any way a guy wearing an owl mask will just randomly walk into GCPD. So there is no way that this guy's a Court of Owls guy. I just think that he's just somebody that has been blurred or something like that, and people thought that he was a Court of Owls person. Now, the Riddle what does a liar do when he's dead during the start of the trailer has indeed been solved. Now this is how you solve it. So you look at these different symbols and you look for these recurring ones, and whatever these recurring ones are, either an S or an L. So you try whatever combinations you have and then you color grade these different symbols, and then you are going to end up with he lies still. Now in terms of what this answer is quite interesting, and this answer hints to the fact that there is a lot more to this case. There's a lot more corruption in Gotham in a way. Now, as I said before, Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne will also most likely be behind this corruption in Gotham as well, and that is also hinted towards the end of the trailer that we got as well, as previously mentioned, where Riddler says, "You're a part of this," to Batman, with Bruce replying, "How am I a part of this?" And the Riddler says, "You'll see." So all these fun Easter eggs are basically the Riddler toying with Batman in a way, as he probably knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne, and Bruce will find out that his parents were behind this corruption. But also, when he uncovers this riddle, he will find out that there's way more to Gotham than he thought there was, and that would probably lead to that teaser where we get the Court of Owls to be set up for the second movie of the trilogy. But yeah, this is very, very interesting stuff, and this is just really sick, and all these Easter eggs and the Court of Owls stuff was just very, very interesting to go through. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think about all of this. Do you guys think that the Court of Owls will be set up as the villains for the second movie? What do you guys think about the riddle being solved? The second Batsuit as well. Yeah guys, I will see you guys in my next video.